Hi everyone, welcome back to Hometime XYZ. It's Natasha and I hope you're having a great day today. Now, today I just wanted to talk to mommies because I've just been coming across a lot of stories and I just wanted to reach out. So let's chat. I just wanted to have a little chat, and I know there are other caregivers at the home, like the dads, the grandparents, and so on. But I just wanted to speak to mommy. I'm a mom, so my name is Natasha, I said, and I have two kids. I have a 13-year-old, yes, the switch just turned on, the attitude switch. That's another story. And I have an 8-year-old. And I know being a mom sometimes could be tough. There's some rough days where you just want to shake your head, shake their head, but strength and just keeping it together, because we're keeping it together for the family. We go forth. But I've just come across a lot of stories lately, just online, in person, friends, neighbors, just around, parents that I've encountered. And a lot of parents, a lot of moms, I speak to the moms, have some they feel the struggle, they're feeling the struggle, they're feeling overwhelmed, they're feeling that there's a void, they're feeling something alone. Even if they're married, they just feel alone in what they're going through, anxiety, stress, the whole list goes on. And in talking to people, I think sometimes what we don't realize as mom, we think we're going through it alone. So your son might be giving you attitude, or your daughter might be giving you attitude, or just maybe doing the day-to-day things, taking care of the home, the cooking, the cleaning, the working, and still have all the responsibility and just the concerns and the cares. We feel overwhelmed, right? We feel that there's so much going on, and then you feel no one else can ever understand what I'm going through. But if you talk to some other people, like people, other parents at the schoolyard, other parents at maybe the mall, or when you drop into your local coffee shop, or wherever, you'll be surprised to know, oh my gosh, other people are facing some of the same thing. And again, it's not to paint everyone with the same brush, but people, moms, again, I'm speaking to moms, are going through very similar things, if not the same thing. And you might think no one understand, but you know what? There's always someone out there who can understand, because they want the same thing. They want someone to reach out to, right? I'm sure if you type in some of the things you're feeling online as a mom, you'll see a whole community that comes up of moms, right? I felt a certain way too, just feel overwhelmed, like no one understands. For me, it's God. I go to God and I pray and I speak. I speak to my husband, but he doesn't always understand. He's a good guy, but he doesn't always get it. I speak to my friends, and sometimes they too have their own issues. They're looking for help too, right? Or I speak to other parents, and it's just listening and talking through it. But my point for today is just to say you're not alone. If you really think you're the only one going through it, you're wrong. There's a lot of other moms who are feeling the same way you're feeling. I'll tell you something, recently I went to get something done. I won't call it anyone. And usually when I walk in, the technician is very good, and she's hi, how are you? You look nice, whatever. Little chat. And that day there was no little chat. And this was like 2 weeks ago. I've been trying to do this video, and I've been kind of shy about it. So there was no little chat, and she just started, these tears in her eyes, and she just started just talking about how she feels. She just overwhelmed. Her partner doesn't understand it. She just feel lost, like she just feel like she doesn't know what to do. And she has two teenagers. It's not all about the kids, but that was part of it. Again, just feeling not connected to them, and then her partner not understanding her, not not understand what she's going through. And through the whole appointment, we talked about this. And then I was like, maybe you need to speak to someone else. Maybe you need to speak to someone else, because she even said at one point, you know what I did? She said, I hit the wall. Because that's frustration. And I was like, okay, maybe that's a different level. So I know some people have some cultural things about maybe therapists and stuff like that, but guess what? It's there. As we know, it's needed sometime, and maybe you don't have to go and sit on someone's couch. Maybe just calling one of those hotlines and speaking to someone, or speaking to a friend, or reaching out to another parent and saying, I just need to chat, or a family member. And again, sometimes we can't speak to certain people. Sometimes we can't speak to our parents, like our mom, because maybe they don't understand, because they come from a different generation and might not understand. So you might have to find someone else that you can reach out to. But in her case, I told her, I said, you're not alone. There's lots of other parents. I tell her how I felt when I go through sometimes. And I said, I'm reading some books here. I gave her some of the books I was reading. I said, try those. Listen to YouTube. Have a lot of things you can reach out to. There's a lot of professional books today. And again, seek some help. I told her, if you have someone like a pastor or something, you can speak to them, or something like that. You know what I mean? Even asked her, I was like, because recently I was reading a book about something, I don't remember. But one thing they said is for people, they don't take a lot of time for themselves. So what the guy was saying is, just take some time for yourself. It's so important. And as moms, sometimes, we don't do that. We are so busy. We're so busy. And then the time we have for ourselves, I'm sure you've heard this over again, is when everybody's in bed, but at that time you're tired, or, the day is done, or whatever. So start little, maybe 5 minutes a day to 1 hour a day, and take some time for yourself. And, when I asked her, I was like, what do you like to do? Because that's what I found helped me. I had to find something I like to do. So I did a little skating. I like to do like beadwork. I just something to get your mind off of the every mundane stuff. Going for a walk, going for a coffee, whatever you like to do. Find something small. Is it putting on makeup? So sit at home, put on makeup, and look pretty. Not that you're not pretty without it, but do that. Do whatever. Is it doing art? Is it folding up laundry? I don't know. Find something that could take you out of the mundane everyday, wake up, kids, house, food, maybe work, school, after school, activities, just change it up a little. The thing is, so I asked her, I said, so what do you like to do for yourself? And, she looked at me, she's like, it's been so long. She's like, it's been so long, I don't know. And that was so sad. But, so I said, what, you need to find it. You need to find out what you have to do, what you want to do, like what you like to do. So find it back and do it. You just have to, because right now you're not doing anything, and you're lost, so find something to do. Okay, guys, so sorry about that. Yes, it's a very touchy topic. But yes, so after that, I just, I went to the coffee store. I sat down and I just took some notes. I'm like, I'm just gonna reach out. So usually on my channel I do like food and keto stuff, but there's always space for everything. And I think we should follow up. So I'll follow up next week. And moms, if you want to reach out, leave in a comment, put something you want us to discuss, and we can discuss it. But find something this week that you like, and it can just be 5 minutes or it can be an hour, and do it for yourself. Because yes, we have a lot going on, and things, we keep adding things to our plate. But again, my PSA is, you're not alone in doing it. The other moms going through it, I'm going through it. We all have our own little issue. We all have a way of dealing with it. But it's just to know that someone is here. So I don't know you, you don't know me. I'm sending you love. To all moms out there, I'm sending you love. And if you're at the breaking point and you need to get some professional, get the professional help. If you have a pastor you can speak to, get that. If you have a sibling, if you have a husband, and if they don't know, they don't understand, pick someone else. There's a big circle of people. We have social media with lots of information. There could be some wrong information, but look for information, help yourself. But again, let's do it one day at a time. And maybe we can just start a little community, of positivity, and just saying, what, we're here for each other, and keep your head up. And again, one day at a time. And if this message is not for you, just move along. If it's for you, take it, be blessed. And if you know someone that needs it, send it to them. And the message is, you're not alone. You're not alone. All moms are going through something. Some worse than some, but something. And the point is, we're not alone. One day at a time. So thank you for your time. Have a great day. God bless you. See you next time. Bye.